recorded live at 4ZZZ Studios, Meanjin, Brisbane.
On 102.1 FM.
And broadcast across Australia on the Community Radio Network.
You're listening to Zed Games.
Zed Games brings you the best in gaming news, reviews, community and culture. Want to reach out?
Share your hot take?
Or do you just want to share your favourite game?
Find us on socials at Zed Games AU.
Hello, you're listening to Zed Games. My name is Zahra, and with me in the studio this episode is...
Maylee.
And...
Tom.
Woo! We've all made it here safe and sound and dry. And
mostly.
Perhaps
it's rainy.
Full of good vibes.
Yes.
Yes. Awesome. We've got the usual assortment for tonight. We've got some gaming news. We've got a couple of reviews as well. We've also got a little bit of last minute atonement, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But for the time being, how are you two? How are you doing, Maylee?
I'm doing wonderful.
Have you been playing any games?
I have
lately?
been. I've picked up and played quite a bit of Tomodochi Life.
You and everyone else on the internet, it seems.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I feel like the Squidward meme where he's like looking out the window and all the Tomodachi
that's how
players.
I felt about Procopia, which I
enough.
still have not been able to play, but now I'm not sad about that. I'm just focusing on this and ignoring...
Yes,
you brought it back up. Now I'm sad again.
No, it's okay. How about you, Tom? What have you been playing recently?
Well, I've just been working my way through a backlog. I bought a bunch of games, and I've just been playing my way through them.
I wish it was me.
I'm not
playing through my games.
Oh, yeah, what a treat. I'm not going to review it, but I did play through Cesto recently.
Thoughts?
It's cool. It's one of those like strategy kind of like almost Balatro or Slay the Spire, like where you're working your way through a dungeon and stuff. And it's one of those games that feels like it's impossible when you start playing it. You're like, this is just dumb. This game doesn't work. I'm never going to be able to beat it.
Yeah.
And it has that moment where it clicks and you're like, oh.
It's so satisfying.
I love that. I hate it. I hate every moment until that moment. And it's kind of like, oh, actually, it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't need to be all...
And the Reddit's really fun because it's just a lot of people saying like, oh, how do you guys enjoy this game? And everyone's like, give it a few more grunts.
Trust us.
Keep trying.
Just trust the process. Let it cook. All right, we're going to hop into the weekend gaming news. Alrighty. This week in gaming news. Welcome to the Steam Corner, because we finally have a price and a date for the Steam controller, which we've all been really excited about. I'm speaking for everyone. I don't care if you two didn't really actually care that much.
I have a little side savings going on for what is going to be most likely a very expensive home PC.
Yes.
In the Steam box.
Yes. But the Steam controller is going to be 149 Australian dollars and be launching on the 5th of May. So right after Labor Day for us, which is... I think they could have worked on their timing a little bit more. Maybe we could have, like, the state of Queensland could have it a
just
few days early. Yeah.
So we could play games with it?
Would have been nice.
Exactly. So the controller has 2 trackpads on it, motion control, grip-enabled gyro, which I'm still not entirely too sure what that means exactly.
I think it means, like, it's like a motion control for the controller, but it's based on, like, when you're holding it. Like,
okay, so it only activates when you're holding it?
I think so.
But how would the controller be in motion if you're not holding it? Answer that.
Sometimes I hold my controllers on the end of a fishing line and just...
Sometimes
we're very different people, you and I.
Sometimes a controller will be attached to a cable and a cat with a long tail will walk past and that tail will tangle up in the cable and pull off everything.
This is a real problem.
Well, I'm glad that Steam thought of that.
Magnetic thumbsticks, and it'll come with the Steam controller puck, which is a magnetic wireless transmitter.
I hate the name.
It's descriptive. That also acts as a charging station, but don't worry, it has a normal port as well. We don't actually know when the Steam Machine or Steam Frame, which was also announced with the Steam controller, will launch, or its expected price. But Valve programmer Pierre has, I would assume so, it's going to be a PC price. Has promised that there would be more Steam Machine news soon.
It's still like a very comparable price to modern console controllers, which is not actually kind of surprising.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm excited for the potential, and we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
But I think the price, we all want a cheap console. We're not getting cheap consoles.
No.
No.
Never again.
No, that time is over. You don't even get those. No, tangent. Okay. Valve has also reassured that they are hard at work on the Steam Deck 2. If anyone was wondering, the first Steam Deck is still experiencing the effects of RAM shortages, and they are working to ensure that the Steam Deck 2 will be worthwhile enough in its performance upgrade to make sense as a standalone product. So I guess it means it's going to be really, really good. Whatever that
Guaranteed.
means. Tom, do you want to take this next story?
Yeah, so there was a bit of drama with PlayStation. After an update, digital game purchases on PlayStation 4 and 5 seem to have introduced a 30-day online license check, which made a lot of gamers a little bit nervous. They were concerned that those without internet for extended periods would be locked out of their games. Sony has clarified that it is a one-time check in a statement. Quote, players can continue to access and play their purchased games as usual. A one-time online check is required to confirm the game's license, after which no further check-ins are required. And apparently this is supposed to cut down on refund scams.
Yeah, which is something that I do see people on the internet talk about participating in quite a lot. I feel it's very, very easy for a little bit of information to come to light, and then people make all sorts of assumptions about what that might mean, and then it's a little bit of a kerfuffle.
The first bit of misinformation goes a long way.
Yes.
But back in my day, the refund scams was utilizing the EB Games 7-day return policy.
Yes!
Hell yeah.
The original text.
So many Game Boy Advance games.
Maylee, would you like to take care of the news nibbles?
I will, but it comes with a horrifying confession.
Oh no.
With my struggles of Roman numerals.
It's okay.
I'm just
7.
I thought it was 7 or 5.
No, it's okay.
There's
okay.
a 5 in there.
There is a 5
That
in
makes
there.
sense.
Plus 2.
Okay, so everyone just pretend you didn't hear that.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, okay.
Going from the top.
So news nibbles, take it away, Maylee.
Final Fantasy fans can experience chapters 1 and 2 of Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth on the Switch 2 and Xbox through a demo that's dropping on the 3rd of June. So you can play through all that, and then if you choose to purchase the game, carry over the played through save data of what you've done.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciate in a demo.
It's quite a
one of the best versions of a demo these days.
Yeah. You get a good feel for the game, and
It's
then
quite a beefy chunk too.
yeah, it's respectable.
Any other beefy chunks?
Well, the developers behind Magic the Gathering have voted to unionize with the Communications Workers of America after massive layoffs in 2023 prompted initial discussion, and a return to office mandate locks in the decision. Good for them. I hope they can stay out of the office get back out of the office. I don't know how they...
Whatever they want.
They need to
have
break
it.
free.
Yeah.
They need to roam the fields of Magic and gather.
Yes.
It's right there in the game. They need to gather. All right. I love that. Yay! And Wizards of the Coast sounded like they were chill with it, which is good because you have to be chill with it. That's illegal otherwise.
Yes.
Now for some upcoming games. So today, April 13th, we have...
30th?
Sorry, thank you. April 30th. Amnesia Rebirth for the Nintendo Switch 2. Adorable Adventures with PC, PS5 and Xbox Series X. Busbound, which is what I was earlier today, for the PC, Xbox Series X and PS5. Saros for the PS5. Inkabini, One Store, Many Stories for the PS5, Xbox Series X, PC, Nintendo Switch 1 and 2. Maylee, I'm throwing May the 1st over to you.
I catch it. I got scared that you were doing it because there was Roman numerals, so I had to read ahead.
No, fair
They're
enough.
not.
Fair enough.
We're
No,
safe.
it's no more.
Amnesia
Just a letter.
Rebirth is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Sorry, we're going to we're May 1st.
See, I know that.
That's okay.
I was too excited.
That's all right, I gotcha.
Constance is coming to Xbox Series X, PS5, and Nintendo Switch. Dark Pals The First Floor is coming to PC. The Devil of the Plague is coming to PC. And Soul Quest is also coming to PC. PC, it's a big day on May 1st.
And Tom, do you want to take over May the 4th and May the 5th?
You're not going to believe this, but I'm also really bad with Roman numerals, but it doesn't matter. On May 4th, Island Tiles comes out for PC, and on May 5th, we have Wax Heads for PC, Xbox Series X, PS5, and Nintendo Switch.
And that's it this week in Gaming News. Alrighty, real quick, I just wanted to give a shout out to Angus, who subscribed for the first time last week, and we didn't get to give them a shout out then. You have your shout out. We love you, Angus.
Thanks,
Thank
Angus.
you so much
Thank
for
you, Angus.
subscribing.
You're my favorite subscriber.
Yes, you are our favorite subscriber right now. And also, I would like to give a shout out to the X4ZZZ presenter currently driving them home, Georgia. Thank you for driving. Drive safely out there, everybody. And I want to give a shout out to three very, very special people. Their names are Madison, Graham, and we've also got CJ as well. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. You have kept us on the air for another few hours. Thank you.
Thank you. You are now my 3 favorite subscribers.
Oh my God, Tom.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I move on pretty quick.
I'm sorry, Angus, but
Resubscribe and you'll be my favorite again.
alrighty, we're gonna hop into a review by Tom. So, Tom, why don't you? Oh.
Oh, a game review. How novel.
Take it away, Tom.
All right. So there are only a very few number of what I consider to be auteur game developers. Suda51, or Goichi Suda, is a game developer that is very personal to me. Like, a lot of his works hit me at just the right time. When I was 15 and I was the one dorky kid that had a Wii instead of an Xbox 360, and I needed an M-rated game to play, I searched online, and what did I find? No More Heroes 1, which hit me at just the right time. I was getting back into watching, like, proper anime. I was listening to more, like, real music and stuff, so a lot of the aesthetics and stuff really got to me. And it's one of those games that is quite trashy on the surface, but actually has a through line, like a very serious through line that's like, yeah, this is the message that it's going for. This is its commentary on video games. And then a couple of years later, No More Heroes 2 came out, and it does everything the first game does, even better. Better action. I think it's a better story. It cuts out a lot of the fluff from the first game, and it just hit just right. Now, over the years, Suda's had a lot of mediocre or to pretty good sort of games. We're talking Lollipop Chainsaw, Killer is Dead, and a few others, but we'll just leave it there. And then I saw a trailer at Summer Games Fest, I think, for Romeo is a Dead Man, which released just this year in February. And it is Suda51's latest game. And I have a lot of conflicting feelings about this game. The trailer made it has the setup where young Romeo is sitting at the breakfast table with his family, waiting to be visited by his new girlfriend, Juliet. When he answers the door, it's not Juliet standing there, it's a weird space monster who kills him.
Oh, nice.
Then his grandpa, who is a sort of parody of Doc Brown / Rick from Rick and Morty, stabs him in the eye with a special, like, syringe that gives him a cool, like, robot Power Rangers style helmet, and turns him into Dead Man, which is his sort of FBI space-time moniker from here on out. Although everyone calls him Romeo and says, oops, sorry, I mean Dead Man.
Can't believe they keep dead naming him.
Yeah, and he doesn't mind. He's fine with either. So from then on, you're on the hunt for Juliet, who is a time-space criminal. You need to hunt and kill other time-space criminals whilst with your cool Power Rangers hat, a lightsaber, and other kinds of weapons.
So I'm not sure why you're saying you have mixed feelings, because this all sounds incredible.
Yeah,
I'm
looking
sold.
at the trailer and looks sick.
You're right. It does sound good.
What could possibly go wrong?
So the first level is a really good first impression. You're killing zombies. Like, the combat is kind of basic, but that's all. The gameplay has always been just fine in Suda51 games. It's serviceable. The real treat is the characters and the style. It just oozes with style. And that's what you see when you see the trailer and stuff. You see cool character designs. You see Romeo's excellent jacket that has his dead grandpa etched into an embroidered patch on the back that talks to you. It's the talking head of the game that gives you advice.
Oh.
And that's animated really nice. And then you get put into a fight against a giant zombie thing, and that's really cool. And then this first boss's name is Every Day is a Monday, which is a cool name for a boss.
Oh, that's a good one. That's good.
But from then on, you team up with the Space-Time Force, Space-Time FBI, and you're in a hub world that is the spaceship, and it's now a 16-bit style sort of top-down area where you can level up and get some sort of new side abilities. But this is where the game kind of falls flat. They give you a few extra people that you're going to go kill, other space-time villains that have all done horrible things. You find the level, you go in, and the second level you play is in a mall. And you're like, oh, okay, it's a cool 80s style mall. Mm-hmm. But the level goes on and on and on and on, and then it starts to introduce special subspace areas, which has very annoying, very basic puzzle platforming that you have to do, whilst characters kind of monologue at you. And this sort of quirky poetry style dialogue that some of the characters start spouting at you stops being interesting. Like, it starts off where you go, oh, I can't wait for this to pay off, and it starts to get more obvious that it's never going to pay off.
How unsatisfying.
The whole time you feel like, oh, I can't wait for this story to click and work out what the deal is. You never really do. And that's my big issue with the game, is that it feels unfinished. The dialogue is abstract and seems cool in a snapshot, but when in the grand scheme of things, I don't know exactly who these guys are, why I'm killing them, what they have to do with Juliet, and it's just, man, I really wanted to like this game. The combat is pretty basic for what it is, and for some reason they decided to make it super grindy. I played through the game to completion. I even grinded a bit, and the resources that they give you wasn't even enough for me to fully upgrade just one of my 4 available weapons. And that just stops you from wanting to use any of the other weapons. But like, when you use the fist weapons, you do a cool like anime Dempsey roll style combo that
You've got like
ends
a
in a big
chainsaw
complosion.
sword
Yeah, laser
thing.
chainsaw, you get mini guns, you get a shotgun, lots of cool stuff. You get a spear that breaks off into 2 little spears that you stab. But at the end of the day, you're just hitting light or heavy attack. And they don't branch off into any more combos than the light combo or the heavy combo.
That's so disappointing.
So that's my issue with Romeo as a Dead Man. Ultimately, it feels like a game where he was going balls to the wall like crazy with every cool idea he could think of, only for everyone to say, yeah, that sounds great. And it just feels like a mishmash of everything he's done in the past, leaving me feeling unsatisfied with no real emotional through line in this. I didn't come away from it liking any of the extra characters. There wasn't any memorable bosses. I think my goat may be washed, which is a bummer.
Dang. Chat. Chat. I mean, it happens.
Yeah, it's a bit rough. My one thing I'll say is I'm fingers crossed hope that they just got screwed on the back end by an investor. That's what I'm hoping for.
Hold on to that. Hold on to that.
You don't believe? Are
I
you saying my goat's washed? I know he might be.
Are you saying that, Zahra?
I'm not saying it. You're saying it.
I'm saying it. But yeah, Romeo is a Dead Man. Maybe pick it up if you are a big fan of Suda51 games and you see it on sale. Almost everyone I've talked to about it dropped it very early on in their playthrough.
Yeah, it does not sound like it is worth the $73.50 it is currently listed for on Steam.
Such a shame for such a cool looking game.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
But that's why they say don't judge a book by its cover.
Just watch some YouTube shorts of it, and then you'll be like, yeah, man, this game's probably really cool, and then never play it.
Just imagine what the game could be and then never actually find out the truth.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's Romeo is a Dead Man. On Steam, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that, Tom. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
That's all right.
How are we all feeling so far?
Feeling
Are we
hyped, pumped, amped.
I'm feeling, I've got a weight off my chest now.
That's good. I'm really glad. I find that Zed Games always sort of brings me up. It's like, it's a little bit of like therapy in a way. It's my happy place, but right now it's going to be our scary place because I've got a scary review.
Oh no.
It's a typing game.
That doesn't sound very scary.
Maybe speaking is very stern and scary to me.
Okay, I'm going to be talking about Blood Typers, developed by Outer Brain Studios and on PC for obvious reasons. Blood Typers is a survival horror game that is also a typing game. Now, I have a question for the room. Do you remember those educational games that you would be allowed to play after you finish your classwork? Like
Aussie Maths Invaders, like the Space Invaders.
Yeah. I loved circus school. Oh yeah. Really hated those clowns. Hated those clowns so much. And you know what? I love typing games. I'm not afraid to admit it. I love typing games. I quite like typing. I have a nice keyboard that has some good funk to it, and I have no problems hitting the word count. I just wasn't too sure if I could type very quickly while scared, but I picked up Blood Typers anyway because I like typing games and I do like horror games. So, Blood Typers is a third-person survival horror where you have to navigate and explore a seemingly abandoned and very creepy studio, only to discover that the fictional realm of horror we see in movies and games is breaking through into the real world. Every action, every movement requires you to type. The first episode introduces this concept in a very fun way, where your character's internal monologue is reflected in the order of the words you have to type to enter the studio. I'm going to take a moment to explain how typing works as a mechanic in this game, because it's quite robust. Essentially, there is an arrangement of nodes around the map, each corresponding to a specific point that the game wants you to be able to navigate through. These points will have a word assigned to it, so if you see a point ahead of you and it has the word range assigned to it, you have to type the word range correctly, and then your character will move to that spot. If you're standing next to a piece of bread, you will have the option to type eat to eat the bread, or you can type grab bread to pick it up for when you do need to recover your health later. It does take a bit of getting used to, but you can navigate the world just fine like this. It was just a bit of an adjustment to start off. But there's something the game does that's quite evil. Not all the words are words. Some of it is just random letters. Some of it are words I'm not sure are actual words, which sort of slows down your typing a little bit. Another thing is if you mess up a word, obviously you don't complete the action until you successfully type it, obviously. But if you make a typo, you have to backspace your errors away. And sometimes I type a series of actions too quickly, such as when I'm fighting a horror and need to type Mercury blanket joining before the horror gets me. The game doesn't love it if you rush through a series of words, so the first letter of the word or the first letter of the second or third word doesn't register, and I have to backspace it all the way, and there is a horror in my face. Those things aside, the typing mechanic is really quite robust, and there's different types of typing related mechanics like quick time events with random letters to fix a computer, needing to complete typing phrases correctly within a time limit to do a more complicated action such as hacking. There's a fair bit of variety and applications in this mechanic, so I'm constantly reacting, constantly learning. Navigating the environment can be a bit tiresome though, and you'll need to do a lot of inventory management and backtrack. Hang on, what's that percentage tracker that has appeared on the top right of my screen? It keeps counting up. I hope that doesn't mean anything scary. Anyway,
It's probably nothing.
Probably nothing.
Anyway, you have to backtrack quite a lot, and you never really know if a horror is around the corner, but I'm pleased to say the game is actually not that scary. Probably because I'm playing a typing game. But at the start of the game, I could set the difficulty based on my words per minute and my experience with horror games, so the difficulty is tailored for me. It is very easy to overestimate how quickly you can type under pressure, though. If you get overwhelmed or flustered, you make a typo a couple times, that's it. And the checkpoints are pretty punishing. They're pretty far apart. Visuals are stylistic, and you can choose from a cast of characters to play as, each with their own stats and quirks. The game has a gritty, almost gross, low-res aesthetic to it, with a red fog that permeates the world. And you can collect all manner of weapons, like a shotgun or a scary evil book that shoots death at horrors. The music isn't really anything to write home about, but the sound design lets you know when and where something is happening, and the game has some turns I wasn't anticipating. It was interesting. There's even multiplayer, so you can form a bit of a squad and, hey, that tracker is at 98% now. 99. There's a scary sound. Everything is foggier. Oh god, there's something at the door. I didn't grab those planks. I was too busy collecting videotapes. I have nothing to barricade, but it's too late anyway. The horrors are here.
Oh my gosh.
Rah.
That was
So that's-
terrifying.
Yeah, that was really... I'm glad we managed to successfully type all those horrors away. Good job, team.
Yeah.
So that was Blood Typers by Out of Brain Studios. It is available on Steam. It's a lot of fun. Just be prepared to be humbled by what your actual words per minute is. And we are coming up to the end of the episode, which is okay because we'll be back next week. Yay. Same time, same place, same frequency. But before we skedaddled, it is the last day of April, which means it's the last day of April Atonement, which is your opportunity to, I don't know, maybe support the radio station that you've been listening to for the past, I don't know how long you've been listening.
At least 2 minutes now.
At least 2 minutes.
I'm going to assume that you're all lifelong dedicated fans, but
Yes.
now's the time to do your part.
And if you head over to 4zzz.org.au/support, you can explore all the different tiers, and you can also get into the draw for an assortment of amazing prizes such as a record cabinet, a portrait for your pet, custom boots. There's all sorts of prizes you can get in on, but you got to be in it to win it. 4ZZZ is lifted by the community. Subscriptions represent 40% of the income we get. We don't really have big time, sponsors or anything. We just have our local guys, because we are for the locals. So have a think about it. If you've been listening for a while, we would really appreciate it. You also get a warm inner glow.
You could also be my new favorite subscriber.
That's true.
I currently have 3 favorites.
Favorites.
And that's a lot to ask of him, I think.
Yeah, it's too much to keep track of.
But look, you can test
You'd
the
be doing him a
limits.
favour.
Yeah. So head over to 4zzz.org.au/support. Have a look at what you can offer. It really means the world to us. And I just want to say that if you have subscribed, thank you so much. Sincerely. You've kept us on air for another few hours, and that is a gift I cherish. So, I love 4ZZZ. I love you guys.
Love being in your ears.
Yeah. Don't
give me that look.
I didn't give a
Feel
look.
the love. Feel the love. Until next time, stay safe, stay dry, play games, and I love you all. Bye.
Have fun.
Thanks for listening to Zed Games.
If you'd like to listen to more, you can find us on the Community Radio Plus app.
Or find us on socials at Zed Games AU.
See you next time.